2:17 a.m. on a deserted stretch of highway just outside Phoenix. The air is still, the asphalt is glowing under sodium lights, and then you hear it, not a scream, not a whine, but a deep mechanical growl rising from the darkness. Headlights slice through the night. The silhouette is low, sharp, unmistakably Italian. This isn't just another sedan trying to be sporty. This is the return of a legend, the new 2026 Alfa Romeo 156. And here's the part nobody in America saw coming. It might just embarrass the Germans at their own game. That's right. While most enthusiasts believe the sports sedan throne belongs permanently to BMW and Mercedes, Alfa just walked back into the room like it never left. But there's a catch, a flaw. One thing that could make this monster either a cult classic or a cautionary tale. And we'll get there. If you love deep dives into cars that challenge the status quo, not just spec sheet readings, but real insight, make sure you hit subscribe. Because what's coming next on this channel? It's going to shake up how you look at performance sedans entirely. Now let's step into the light. Exterior design, Italian drama on four wheels. The 2026 Alfa Romeo 156 doesn't whisper for attention. It commands it. Up front, the signature Alfa Scudetto grille is larger and more sculpted than ever, a sharp V-shaped centerpiece that pulls your eye inward like a predator locking onto prey. The LED matrix headlights are razor-thin, slightly angled downward, giving the car an almost aggressive glare. It looks alive, alert, ready. The hood is long and subtly domed, with sculpted character lines that catch sunlight in motion. Along the sides, the body panels are tight and muscular, not bloated. This isn't fake aggression, it's proportion done right. And then there's the rear, a clean, tapered design with full-width LED lighting that stretches across like a glowing signature. Quad exhaust outlets hint at serious performance. The stance? Low, wide, purposeful. Compared to today's overly complicated sedans, the 156 feels refreshingly confident. It doesn't need gimmicks, it just needs a road. Interior experience, where heritage meets high-tech. Open the door, and the vibe shifts. This isn't minimalism for the sake of trends. It's driver-focused luxury with soul. The cockpit wraps around you. The steering wheel is thick, flat-bottomed, and features an aluminum engine start button inspired by Alfa's racing heritage. Materials? Soft-touch leather across the dash, real aluminum accents, optional carbon fiber trim. The stitching is bold, red or tan contrast, adding visual drama. Ambient lighting flows subtly along the doors and center console. Not flashy, just enough to feel premium at night. Front seats are deeply bolstered but surprisingly comfortable for long drives. Heated, ventilated, and available with massage functionality. In front of the driver sits a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster with customizable performance displays. In the center, a 14-inch infotainment touchscreen angled slightly toward the driver because this car knows who it's built for. Wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, over-the-air updates, a 15-speaker premium Harman Kardon sound system that makes every drive feel cinematic. But the best part? Physical knobs for climate control. Yes, Alfa remembered that driving should feel intuitive, not like operating a tablet. Performance metrics, the numbers that matter. Now let's talk about what really makes this car a mostro su strada, a monster on the road. Under the hood, the 2026 Alfa Romeo 156 is expected to offer multiple powertrains. The base model features a turbocharged 2.0-liter inline-4, producing around 280 horsepower and 306 pound-feet of torque. That's enough to push the car from 0 to 60 miles per hour in roughly 5.5 seconds. But the real story? The Quadrifoglio-inspired performance variant, a twin-turbo V6 delivering an estimated 500 horsepower, 0 to 60 in just under 3.8 seconds. All-wheel drive with torque vectoring keeps it planted through corners. The adaptive suspension reads the road 100 times per second, adjusting damping instantly. Steering is razor sharp. Weight distribution is nearly 50-50. On a winding canyon road, this car doesn't feel heavy. It feels alive. It rotates. It communicates. It invites you to push harder. Efficiency and range. Power without punishment. Performance doesn't mean recklessness at the pump. The turbocharged four-cylinder is expected to deliver around 26 mpg city and 34 mpg highway, competitive for the segment. A plug-in hybrid variant may offer up to 40 miles of all-electric range, perfect for daily commuting without burning fuel. Charging? With a level 2 charger, expect a full recharge in about 2.5 hours. So yes, it can be a weekday commuter and a weekend weapon. Dimensions and capacity. Practicality with purpose. At roughly 186 inches long and 73 inches wide, the 156 sits comfortably in the midsize sports sedan category. It's compact enough for city maneuverability, but spacious enough for real life. Rear seat legroom is competitive, offering around 36 inches, enough for adults on longer trips. Cargo space, approximately 13 cubic feet in the trunk. Not SUV level, but more than enough for luggage, groceries, or a weekend getaway. This isn't just a track toy, it's built for everyday use. Safety and warranty, confidence built. In the 2026 Alfa Romeo 156 comes equipped with a full suite of advanced driver assistance systems, adaptive cruise control with lane centering, blind spot monitoring, automatic emergency braking, 360-degree camera system, expected to achieve top-tier crash safety ratings. Warranty coverage is projected at 4 years or 50,000 miles, with complimentary scheduled maintenance for the first year. It's not just about speed, it's about security. The biggest drawback. Here's the truth. Now, remember that flaw I teased earlier? Here it is. Price. The base model may start around $48,000. The high-performance version? Likely pushing past $70,000. That places it squarely against established giants. And Alfa still carries lingering concerns in America about long-term reliability and resale value. For buyers who prioritize bulletproof dependability, that hesitation could be real. It's not necessarily about what this car is. It's about what the brand has to prove. The biggest competitor, head-to-head. The most obvious rival, the BMW M3. The M3 delivers around 503 horsepower in competition trim, with legendary track capability and strong resale value. BMW wins in brand trust and dealership network. But the Alfa? It wins in emotional design. It feels rarer, more exotic, less corporate. Where the BMW feels engineered to perfection, the Alfa feels passionate. And in a world where many performance sedans are becoming heavier and more digital, the 156 could carve out a niche for drivers craving something visceral. Over the next 3 to 5 years, as electrification takes over and turbo engines disappear, cars like this may become the last of their kind. A bridge between analog thrill and digital future. Closing verdict, monster or mirage? So, is the 2026 Alfa Romeo 156 truly a monster on the road? Yes, in performance, in design, in personality, it absolutely roars. But it demands something from you: trust. If Alfa delivers on reliability and ownership experience, this car could redefine the sports sedan conversation in America. If not, it risks becoming a beautiful what if. Now I want to hear from you. Would you take the Alfa over the BMW M3? Or is German engineering still untouchable? Drop your answer in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because next week we're comparing this Italian beast to a fully electric American performance sedan that might shock everyone. Until then, drive bold.